Good afternoon and welcome to the second World Cup edition. Come on, England. I think that's what we're going to call the show, guys. So to give people, hopefully people who are watching it, we would like to switch our things, we'd like to be part of what we're doing in this World Cup. Watched the game last night, guys. I took 3.5 on the old spread. I thought that were a cert after 30 minutes to go. I thought, oh, my 3.5 goals, my biggest cert ever. Unbelievable. The one kid, I'm going to make a thing of this. We did a little bit last time, but we're seeing the emergence of a world-class player. And Steph might said to him, Daddy already was.
He already was.
But you can't say that at 19. It sounds a bit daft, but
he was.
I don't want to put too much on him. Listen, this kid, there's something he did yesterday, Bellingham, and it's something a pasture play, that second goal. When he won it, and he didn't pass it early, he just kept going and going. He delayed his pass outside at boot by, and he's running to the crowd, and he's willing the crowd to will the players. He's got something different. This is like Roy Keane. This is a Roy Keane mentality mixed in with that overall. Patrick Vieira's first midfielder, I thought had everything. Patrick came onto our country, was 6'3". I couldn't believe it. Petit just changed the game for Arsenal. This kid looks like he's a mixture of Vieira and Keane. Keane made a comment. Wayne Rooney did a little podcast on it.
Oh yeah.
And they said, "Do you know him?" He said, when he were at Birmingham and I were at Derby, he said he kicked me all over. He said he was 17, he didn't give a monkey, so it went straight through me and didn't apologise. He goes, he's got something different. What he's got different is a will to win. You can see the fire burning. He was driving them on yesterday. You know, that first half an hour yesterday was shocking. And I thought, if we get into that little tic-tac, we're not Man City, tic-tac, all of a sudden he drove us. Keepers then missing football out. He's actually launching 50-yarders to Kane, and the play became faster. The keeper launched 7 boots that has not been done at that level for years because he knew the build-up was that slow, because that's exactly what the opposition wants you to do. Keep the ball slow, and what he did, he quickened the tempo up. And I'd like to think it was Southgate who said, go more direct. This is not working. I've yet to see that in Southgate, that tactical swing in the middle of a game. He seems to be very loyal to his players, what he does. But what a performance. And we are, as a country, looking for reasons to back us.
Are we?
Yeah, everybody I speak to.
I don't think so.
Well, that's your age group. My age group are saying we've been here every time, you brag it up and you just talk, you all good. And this is it. So I'm watching us. I think we've got the 2 best midfielders in the competition.
With Rice and Bellingham.
Without a doubt. Would you swap our 2 for anybody?
No, I'm with you. That's what I was thinking as well.
For physicality, fitness, play.
I like
the Spanish lad. The Spanish lad's unbelievable, isn't he? The young Spanish midfielder. Apart from that, there's not many, is there? There's not many you've seen.
Would you swap the area?
Well, I'll tell you what I'd say. I wouldn't. Them 2, Bellingham and Rice. I know it's. I said the other week. It's the first time in my life since Euro '96, when I was a bit young to really know what was going on properly. It's the first time I think we've got a proper chance, because I think that I leave them. I never liked Gerrard and Lampard. That whole era, I had no confidence at all.
Wow.
I would have these 2 over Gerrard and Lampard like that. Wow. Easy.
That's a massive
well, it is, but I mean, I've been watching it for 20 odd years, you know, that's how I feel.
Gerrard,
I feel strong.
did everything that could be possibly done by a player.
I probably never. I won't know. But regardless of that, I mean, Lampard's our manager now, but for me, they were never that top level. For me, never. Like I said last week, Gascoigne is the best we've had for a long time. Rooney came along. Now we've got Foden, Kane and Bellingham, who I class as being top world-class players.
Better than Gerrard and Lampard.
I guarantee you, in 2 or 3 years, you'll be like, undoubtedly. I have no doubt.
Champions.
I've no doubt about it.
3 Champions Leagues. Gerrard.
Yeah, but what people achieve with different teams. I'm not saying the word.
Carragher's argument on Gerrard would be he single-handedly won a European Cup.
Yeah.
Single-handedly.
Oh yeah, I'm not denying that.
It'll never be done what he did. He single-handedly took a game on. I will look in to watch.
That's how good I think these 2 are.
Yeah, I love it. But
good indictment on the players now.
Based on the team we've got, this is where I see it. I don't like the two centre backs, lads. I think if France get behind us there, and you know your two full backs, if I'm Gareth, I'm not letting them overlap. I'm saying tuck in, whatever you do not the Pappy, do not give him that space.
I think
does the three at the back come back against France? Because in the previous World Cup he played three at the back, and Kyle Walker played as one of the centre backs, predominantly as the cover man, as the speedster.
Well, he got done twice yesterday, but based, didn't he? He didn't look as sharp as what he
got.
Them Senegal lads were electric.
I think he'll put
Mbappe is, but it's similar. Yeah.
I think he'll have Kyle Walker doing a job. I think he'll just be on Mbappe. He'll have five at the back. It won't surprise me if he has five.
I honestly believe if we do it and we play that system, these have got to sit in. And I think we're very lucky because these two are also covered by them two lads in midfield, Bellingham and
right.
And it's fantastic, the system. Then we're saying to the rest of them, can we create goals by? And Bellingham had to take that role on yesterday, which was thinking because Rice sat in for him. If you ever played midfield with your mate, he used to sit there. He'd say to each other, "I'm going, you sit," or if you go, I sit. I very rarely sat. I was like, "I'm going, you need to sit." If you watch yesterday, what he allowed him to do with the West Ham lad Rice, he gave him a free thing to go and take the game on. We're going to put on my one area up front I don't get, and I need to get him heading. Harry is the best finisher. That showed Harry in his palm. He gets one chance, a bit of time, but Harry looks a yard off it. For me,
I disagree. I disagree.
Yeah.
I think he's
let me finish.
Awesome.
You can disagree all you want. I watch him and his movement, and I'm watching, and he comes for ball lovely, but he's a second slow turning.
Yeah, but he always has been. He's never been a speedster. He has been,
but I want to see. I thought Ratchford going into there. I love what Ratchford's been doing, and I'm not a massive top fan of Ratchford. Yeah. But I thought the form, and I don't want Harry. If Harry starts off
right,
a
couple of good years at Warrington.
Is what?
Oh right.
They didn't go direct for Harry for first half. If you watch the game, they actually start going direct. So Harry a bit more actually. He don't win many headers. Probably one header all game.
Yeah, but
so his gift is
he probably
coming into Cantona role and playing off. He's got that gift, which is very underrated really, because you don't really think of him as a Cantona. Somebody who can drop 30 yards in and go bang bang and settle the.
We can actually cross the ball.
Shearer could. Shearer's best asset. They never saw him cross the ball. What I'm saying is, if we play France, right? And did you watch France yesterday, both of you?
Yes.
I watched France yesterday. I thought they struggled a bit. I actually thought at times they struggled. But again, like we've said, systems. You've got one or two players like that. It doesn't really matter, does it? Because you've got somebody who is that.
Well, they've got loads of injuries, France.
Right. I think we're the biggest certainty ever to beat France. I don't even think I'm a moment's thought we won't beat France. There you go. Not a moment's hesitation. We'll not just beat them, they'll get it in every angle. If he gets that back four right, and you just maybe let Kyle Walker just go one-on-one, whether he can do it, because he just looks at times he's exceptional, isn't he? He is an exceptional player.
No, he's the world's best player.
Yeah.
After Messi. Messi's the best player.
Well, no, nowadays.
Now you'd say,
he's the world's best player.
That's another debate, but you look at it. Where else do you see France hurting us?
No, I agree.
Because they'll not match out in that midfield. Yeah, they'll kill them.
I think equal midfield. I don't know. I don't know, yeah.
I mean, Griezmann's still
but he's a player.
Yeah, he is. And he's very good.
Athletes,
I know, but Griezmann's still class, so he's still. You can't write him off.
I'm not writing him off. I'm saying he's going to match us.
No, but I do think Mbappe and Griezmann are the men. If you can handle them, then England will win.
Benzema's injured, isn't he? That's the big loss for France.
I just watched yesterday.
You're just skipping past that one.
No, I'm watching. Grealish comes on. I'm just not convinced about that, because if you want somebody to get you a foul, a free kick, set play, he actually just comes in, does the same thing, never goes outside of a player, does little thingies. I'm looking for that. Saki, I thought, looked quite exciting yesterday.
He's been very good, yeah.
They got the ball to him early, it looks like he could create something. I think this could be the best England team you've ever watched.
I totally agree.
It's the biggest statement
It's the best team I've ever watched.
Honestly, Joe, I think they're that good. Yeah. I think we didn't think what's going to happen and we could actually have a right chance, because there's not that many good teams.
I've got England to win the World Cup. I bet it before the Senegal match. The day before the Senegal match, I've got about. But you can't. It just like
these favourites.
Brazil are sharp favourites still.
They're all second favourites.
France. France and Arges.
It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter how good our team is. How do you stop Mbappe though? He's the best player in the world at this very moment. He's the number one.
Well, you don't stop him by having Maguire and Stones near him, because he'll rip them apart.
Yeah.
Young Walker could do it.
Walker,
He's got half a chance.
and he needs to step it up.
And let me tell you, and then you've got the lad from West Ham covering. He can cover. Do you know some of the things he does?
Who's Anderson
I
doing
remember
that?
yesterday. I said, "Do you see how much cover work he does? He's literally doing 70 metres down." Again, a bit like, I know it sounds daft. Keane had a nasty streak to him, but it were very much Roy Keane. Where people used to say Roy Keane, he's not that skillful. I used to say, "You're nuts." He was the complete midfielder with everything. Because he never strong on what he just said about.
But it's all irrelevant because it's Kylian Mbappe and he's the number one. So it's, can we get past that? That's just the only thing in it. Like I said, toe for toe, apart from Mbappe, we probably match him pretty well.
Well, it's like us saying, are they going to be worried at Kane if he gets out of the Champions?
No, not as much as Mbappe. Nowhere near.
Kane's a better finisher than Mbappe.
No, he's not.
You're joking.
No, he's not.
If you got a one-on-one with them two, would you have him on?
Mbappe.
Oh no, Kane has got that. I've got to give him that.
As if
Was the 1 minute hesitation that Kane would have scored that yesterday once he got half a yard?
Did you see Mbappe's goals yesterday?
Yeah, he's got everything. But
Everything.
that one about one-on-one.
And the key about Mbappe is against Kane. Mbappe has done the World Cup before. He won the last World Cup, not single-handedly, but in that final, it was the Mbappe show. That was his world stage opening 2019. What was he? 2019.
I think we've got 6 players, Joe, getting dream team at World Cup.
Probably at the moment, yeah, because it's been a very poor.
I think we've got best keeper. I think he's a great character, that keeper.
We've not got. Jordan Pickford's nowhere near the best keeper.
No, he's a character.
And he pulled a right. His save yesterday.
He's just got a character about him. He reminds me of Schmeichel. He's got that lovely character.
It's crazy. He's angry.
I love him, but he's around that.
I think that.
But unless you can stop Mbappe, it doesn't matter. And Mbappe's already done it.
What about them stopping our lads?
Kyle Walker needs to get
our
in
lads,
his life.
apart from 1 or 2 who've done it in Europe, which is the best league, Kane's done it all right in Europe.
You're underestimating. Kane is one of the greatest players in the world.
Kane's my favourite England player. I'm not underestimating Kane.
And he did it in the Euros.
He did, but he kind of didn't.
No, he did. He was super. No, Joe, how he plays, he's awesome. He's
awesome. But he's nowhere near Mbappe.
Is he a better young player than the young? Right? Is he a better 19-year-old than the young Man City lad?
Ben Foden?
Yeah. I think we've got somebody.
Yeah, he's not the best young player
for his age,
but he's up there.
Do you think you swap Bellingham for anybody in the world at the moment?
In the world?
In the world? I'm serious here. Give me something to go. I think we've got best midfielders. It will, both of them. That's how good I think they are.
I think we've got the strongest team
Honestly,
on paper.
I think they're that good.
The Spanish lads are good.
Listen,
the Spanish midfield's unbelievable.
Well, I'll have to be with these two, because these are a 6'2" version of what they do. I bet are they small?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what they are.
The only worry I've got.
Listen, you've got Henderson to throw on just to do that lovely work, right?
I don't think he'll throw him on. I think he'll start him.
Yeah, whatever. But it's beautiful to go around them because it works. It worked. We were there, Joe, watching it. We're saying to my ear, we've got 2 of the best league clubs in the world, Liverpool and Man City. Do you agree?
No. Liverpool this year, you're miles off.
No, last 5 years.
No, Liverpool, no, not anymore. Man City, yes, obviously. Man City, yeah.
Liverpool have won 2 European Cups, haven't they?
No.
1.
Got to the final.
How many times in the league? 1.
They got to the Champions League final though. They've been one of the best teams in Europe in the last few years.
Last year, nowhere near.
You look at what we've got there. We've got players now. I think this is the difference. What we've had, Man City. We've got 5 Man City players in that squad. Grealish, Foden, Stones,
Walker.
Yeah, and there's someone else. Yeah.
But I'm just saying now. I look at it. We've got players who are at the top of the game. He's got the blend right. Listen, Gareth lives in arrogance, and he said before.
I agree with you on all this, but it's all irrelevant if you can't stop Mbappe. We've not got the defence to stop him. I still think we can win.
Poland had him for 60 minutes.
But then he scored 2 goals. It's irrelevant.
So yeah, but we won't give them that chance.
We
won't. We will
because
unless we could go no.
Stones and Maguire, if he gets on them
he won't do. Gareth's not that thick not to leave someone back on him.
Kyle Walker will be all over him.
I think they'll even bring him from West Ham just to cover him as well.
But he's 10 times. He's miles faster than Rice, so that's just. irrelevant.
Bobby Moore, one of our best players ever.
Mbappe only needs one chance though.
How much does Harry need?
More than, and Harry doesn't get them chances.
Because he can't create it.
But Mbappe can do it by himself.
But if you 100%, we've got players who can give Harry the chances though.
We don't, because he scored 1 goal this World Cup.
Joe, he's scored
one
goal.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. I'm not insulting him.
How has he got for England?
As a creator, yes.
We can't. You can't. Anyone who puts a question mark next to Harry Kane,
not a question mark
he's wrong. You're just questioning his ability to score goals.
No, he's a brilliant goal scorer, but he's not on Mbappe's. He's not on Mbappe's.
Yeah, but we're accepting Mbappe. Yeah, but we're accepting Mbappe's there. But I think England have got more.
I don't think
you don't win this for argument. You think France can beat us?
I think it'll be a close game. I just said I've got England to win the World Cup. I am playing a bit of devil's advocate,
right.
But Mbappe, I think Mbappe is getting I think France have got 2 goals in us against. I think France have got 1 or 2 against us. It's whether we can get the 2, and I reckon I've got us winning in extra time or penalties.
Sam, have we played? Just have a look on notes. Have we played France in the last 2.5 years? Just have a look.
It's a tough one to chuck at someone. Right?
Yeah, but I'm just looking there. Is there any form guide to go on here, because I think he's got the campus happy as I've ever seen a campus.
Yeah, that's what they've said. Yeah,
they just look like they love each other, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Henderson's the leader at Liverpool. He's running 60 metres to dance with Jude, and Jude did this face thing. I'm like, they love each other.
Do you know what I think as well? Going back to as an overall view on it, in my lifetime so far, like World Cup '98 and since then, I've never, not because of bias, not because there was hardly any Everton players ever involved, not bothered. I just was never convinced by him up against the Germans and the Spanish and the Italians and the Portuguese. But over that time, the Premier League has gone like that, and the other domestic leagues have been left behind by the Premier League to an extent.
Last time we played, there was 2017 and we lost.
Yeah, so that don't matter, 5 years ago. So the quality difference, and I think because we've got, and I know there's players in the World Cup who play in the Premier League in all of countries, but we have got probably the most players playing at the highest standard who are not the scared, insecure players that we used to have with the Gerrard and Lampard problems when they couldn't work together, and England were under so much pressure from the media. So much has changed. I think now is it's not. You've got Harry Kane as it used to be. No, it used to be. Joe, I'm on about when you were about 5.
Listen. When you've got Gerrard and Lampard and Scholes, right? We had to play Scholes right in midfield, or you had Beckham, that were our 4. Problem being is, as they've all historically said, we was all in the camps for our own teams. Liverpool camp thought Gerrard should have been given play role. Chelsea lads said, John Terry said Frank's best player. Man United lads are saying, you've got to play Scholes in midfield, it's best midfielder in Europe. Yeah. They never clicked. What you see about these kids, they've got rid of egos at the door.
And also, I was saying the pressure that used to be on England was immense, and it was always that fear, and England used to play with fear all the time. Now, Southgate's done a great job of instilling confidence in him, and you've got players like Bellingham who's got, it's not fake, he is uber confident, that's how I view it. He's not just putting on a show, I think he is genuinely that confident. Like you said, I thought the way he came out and settled that goal, most players, even world-class ones, would have passed it the first one because they looked up and seen someone 5 metre pass, and he took his time, put it on his other foot, and just, it's like, whoa, that's class, and that's what we've got now. I think we've got more class.
You could see on commentators, I thought when they switched to Keane, and I can't stop laughing, he was shocked how good this kid was.
Yeah, he's constantly surprising him.
I said to everyone watching it, I was like, this is the coming out of one of the best midfielder in the world, isn't it? This is him. That we've said it now. Obviously, even at Birmingham, they were saying wow, and then Dortmund the last couple of years, he's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal. So then you go, and obviously on the world stage, he's gone, no boys, I am the man. And that was his game, wasn't it? That was his game to say it.
Do you know the one thing?
Foden to them. Do you know what?
Foden's not coming.
Foden was awesome.
We probably need
he's
Foden.
so good. He was brilliant.
When he goes to a level like that, so I think Bellingham's even said to my favourite player, West Ham lad, sorry.
Yeah, Declan.
Declan for me has been the best midfielder in our country, and he doesn't play for a fashionable club. It's just been, I can't believe last 2.5 years this kid's ability. Bellingham's put a marker down for everybody and said, if we're going to win this, guys, you've got to play to this level, right? We need all them others now. And I think that's what I was saying to him. I'm telling you, it just reminded me of Keane when he used to say to him and say, Juventus, Keane semi-final, when he knew we get missing final. And he rose at front post, bang head, and he run it. They said they've never seen performance like it. I think it was that level. I think, and once against the same opposition, you know what I mean, if you look back, but I tell you what he's done, he's gone, guys, we needed a player who says, follow me. Rooney famously said, that first World Cup before he got injured, I thought our best player at World War 18, but no one scared me. Jimmy's just said, I think Bellingham's at that thing going, mate, we are that good. And he do you know what upset him? I think it upset him with fans. He thought they were all just sat there and they were quiet, and he's going, so he's saying, why don't you get behind us? And he drove, and then fans were all shouting, he's probably better than we think. I honestly, he's probably better than that.
Well, we'll see, because you know that we should have
because you had that one quiet game and then everyone turned against
but we should have always won. Like this is like Joe says, we're coming up against second favourites of the World Cup here. You know, one of the best teams. So this is
they won the last World Cup.
Yeah, the thing that worries me is. We did it against America, we did it against Senegal. What I want to see Bellingham do, or one of them do, is when Stones and Maguire start passing it back and forth, and then they get a bit more panicked, and they both gave it away twice in a row each. We need one of these superstars we're talking about, Bellingham, ideally, he doesn't look like he wants to get that ball there, and I feel that we need one of them to step up. I don't care if it's Henderson, I don't think he's got the ability of Rice and Bellingham, you know, under pressure, but one of them needs to come and say, all right, no worries lads, give it me, because they're both stuck with it. One of them has to go hungry, not just, I was watching him for a while and it was just like, you're just staying near your man, you're not trying to lose him. We need a player to start doing that, because the only player who does that for England who's willing to take a pass at any time is Kane. Foden would do it because he's that good, and he knows he only needs half a second on a ball to control it and beat a man or make space. He's that good. But we need one of those centre mids to do it, because we can't let Maguire and Stones have that ball and do 200 passes like we've been doing, because the better opposition we play, their press will be a bit better timed, and we'll get caught. We nearly got caught 3 times.
You don't notice that when they did the high press, which everyone wants to win the high press now, I loved it. What keeper or Gareth? I'd love to know. I had Texas coming through off I watched. They've gone back to 1990. They're launching it off keeper.
This is what they should have done against America.
Forget about it, lads. Get it in there. But I know it's. When famously Graham Taylor said, "Listen, most goals scored in that thing. I'm looking and thinking, we've got some of the best footballers in the world."
But do you not think? I thought they only started doing that once we went 1-up, and then it was like, right, now we can start going. I think they kept keeping the ball until we got that goal.
Got a tendency to do it, haven't they?
Yeah, but I think it's like we're not going to rush anything, but when we get a goal, then we can start playing.
We haven't got good enough players, unfortunately for us, in my opinion. If you put our back four playing tippy-tappy, like Man City, we've got 2 players dropping thing. I don't think that suits us one bit. And historically, we've always said the quicker we play at a tempo, the English players, it suits the quicker tempo. The Spanish players love that slow tempo because they can do anything. You can get a number 25 ranked Spanish player, he could sit with ball all day long. Yeah. The guy in Liverpool, what's he called? Midfielder. I've never seen out like him from Spain, he's about 32. You could put him in a phone box, he'd keep ball.
That's what
do you know what I mean, don't you?
Thiago.
I've never seen an ability like that in my life.
I think he's Brazilian.
Thiago can take a ball and open his body up.
Yeah, but that's what we need, that player, and I think Bellingham could do it, because like Xavi or Iniesta used to do, someone just to take that ball off empty when we start getting panicked and just turn and then start playing, because we can't do it. We gave it away 4 times in a row against Senegal. If you do that against, like Joe saying, against Mbappe and against France, if you do it twice, they might score on one of them. So I don't think we can afford to just do that quite as slow as we did.
I'm just nervous. It's the obvious one. We all went into it saying, are our centre-backs good enough? And I think this is the test, isn't it? This is the test.
If you see full-backs go up and he hits that channel and Harry's turning, we're all over. Because you'd give Harry 10 metres. Literally 10. He gives Stones 5, but he'll definitely give Harry 10.
Yeah.
I don't think Gareth or any of our staff are that complacent not to think he's not allowed.
But there's knowledge of that. I know you're saying there's knowledge, but it's like anything in life, innit? sometimes he's just too good, and it only takes one mistake.
But,
it only takes Walker to get caught up top doing a crossing for a shit cross, and it's all over.
Walker spent 60 minutes not going anywhere. He was there. They're going to do that. He's your worry, the left back, because he likes to go.
Sure.
His first thing at Shaw's not to defend. He likes to play. Yeah, my problem with him, I'd be like, Shaw, no. We've got enough there.
Yeah.
I think we've got enough there. We've got Ratcliffe to come off bench. We've got a bit of Grealish. If you play in this, we've got goals coming off. Even though I don't like Jack keep turning in, but Ratcliffe maybe who's the other low come on? What they've been using. He's got on still. Unfortunately, he's had a breaking on it.
They've still got Callum Wilson and to use if they to. But I think they'll go 5 at the back. I think Walker's job will be to don't let Mbappe out his sight, which will probably make us a bit more lethargic. But this is the game.
You don't want Trent on him, do you? You wouldn't dare play Trent.
I genuinely think this will probably be, if England do win it, this will be Foden's game, because he is a class above. And I love what Bellingham's doing, but Foden on the ball is that class above, and he is the one.
You think he's above Bellingham?
In certain areas, yeah.
Wow. We've not seen it yet.
I think the last game he was brilliant, Joe. He was absolutely brilliant. Every little thing he does is so quick, his touches, not as much as others in that position. No, and I honestly would love to see him play more central at some point. I know he plays wide, but
Rashford's key to this. I don't know why.
I think he's a super sub.
I just think
he's
like
super
come
sub.
on, and when we
he's in amazing form, isn't he? He's in amazing form.
Well, I think that front three of Foden, Kane, and Saka, and then if we need to get Rashford on for Saka.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't change that for anything. I really wouldn't. But don't make no mistake. I know Bellingham's doing great, but I am adamant that Kane is the main man. He is still the main man. What England do, holding the ball up, how he keeps the ball. Well, I know what you're saying. It's important.
Protects the back four, protects the midfield, protects the left back, protects the right back. He made a run yesterday with 20 minutes to go. 70-yard run, he's flying. I'm watching him thinking, he must. Do we get the stats? I'd love to see the stats of.
There will be stats.
Like, he must.
You get every stat you want.
He must be 10 mile. He must be 10 mile. He must be ridiculous on how he gets. You know what I mean? You look at that. We've said how they fit the rugby players. We know a good rugby player can do 9 km, 9 kilometres, whatever in game. I think that kid yesterday could have done 14. Half a mile.
Yeah, we were saying before. Their endurance is higher.
Yeah.
Long distance meters, because they're not whacking into each other and doing stuff like that, getting up and down, have they? But yeah,
so I'll give you my prediction, guys. Yeah. So I'm going 3-1 England. Pappy will have his head down with 20 minutes to go, and they might even just, say, look, it's have it. And I think these lads will go into the semi-final, and I think the country will get behind them. I don't think we've hit the fever pitch. This is my probably 8th World Cup, and I've seen us take over villages. I've seen us do Congo.
Well, the last World Cup, it took over
Euros,
in England.
I don't think I've hit that yet. For some reason, we're not at that stage yet.
The Euros and then England.
We just booked a posh restaurant on Saturday in Manchester. We've all cancelled it, saying not prepared to miss the last 8. So everyone started to think around the football.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
For once, Joe, I said I'd never win a World Cup in my time. I'm hoping for your poor old dad that they give me one chance at this one, son. It's all I want, so I'll take one. I don't think we'll win rugby one. I think after that we've probably had it. But these lads, and is it thing that Gareth Southgate's from 4 mile down that road, boys?
For you it might be, not for the country. What ridiculous.
4 mile down road, big gas.
Not to you. It's not. I think. My prediction is.
I think we're shopping, say close shopping.
I think
his house is for sale because he's getting Spurs job when he's won World Cup.
That's right, there you go.
I think we.
Breaking news.
We win 3-2. We win 3-2, but that third goal is scored in extra time. Rashford, I think, I'm with you. I think, whether he creates it or scores it, obviously, but I think, it's too. I think we're not going to be able to stop Mbappe. I don't think our defence is anywhere near good enough to stop Mbappe. I think that he'll get one. Like you said, the rest of the attack, they've got some fantastic. They've just got attackers everywhere. France do, so I think they'll get 1 or 2 goals. We'll counter that, get some goals. When we play, we're brilliant, but I think extra time win 3-2.
Jimmy?
1-1.
Don't you take us down. Oh, no.
1-1.
Don't say penalties.
In the 90
minutes. In 40 years.
My only worry is with extra time, the amount of times you don't see teams trying to win it, do you? You know, they just ride it out. Not anymore. They just ride it out for pens. But I do think I'm going to go 1-1 because I think it'll be slow and steady, and
You've spent 25 minutes slaughtering everything I've said, and then you've
not
picked
not
one
slaughtered
up.
anything you said. Not slaughtered anything you said.
He has gone.
No, I'm going.
You've
because I don't think
every comment I've made, and you've got
not
one
counted
up.
one thing. I'm just letting you. I'm letting you.
He's given Harry Kane the greatest.
Yeah, but
greatest
I am for one.
So Harry in a full game's going to get one chance.
I don't for 1 minute think France is going to be as easy as you. I've never said that. Yeah, I do think we're that good, but I think France are very good as well. Yeah. And I think England, it will typically just be about a little bit more nervy and slow. 1-1, England in extra time, Harry Kane.
There you go, nice, positive finish. Thank you for another England World Cup edition on the Money TV. Up the England will be there, all dressed up. I'm going to go buy an England top today. We can't get them free lads like the rugby model today. And we'll get behind the country, and hopefully we'll do what the rugby league lads couldn't do, and we might win something.